and welcome to Girls in the Hood on Procyon Radio and Television. I am EHINOME AGBON. Girls in the Hood is a program for older female teens and younger female adults. The focus is young females talking about things that affect us and how we cope in general, with survival tips from mentors and life coaches. It airs every weekend from 2 to 3 p.m. You can watch us on YouTube as Procyon RTV, and you can also listen to us on www.procyonnews.com. Procyon is spelled Procyon. Procyon. And with me in the studio are my co-presenters, and they are going to be introducing themselves, starting with.
Hello people, my name is OSEHISE AGBON and you're welcome to Girls in the Hood.
Hello everyone, hello viewers, hello listeners. You are welcome to Girls in the Hood. My name is Grace Daniel.
Hello viewers, hello listeners. My name is NIFEMI ONIBIYO, and this is we welcoming you to Girls in the Hood. Welcome.
Today we're going to be talking about a very broad topic, and that topic is menstruation and how it affects us. Menstruation and how it affects us. First of all, I'm going to be defining menstruation by its medical terms. Menstruation is a regular discharge of blood and muscular tissue from the inner lining of the uterus through the vagina. It happens every month. So I'm going to be asking my co-presenters here, what do you guys think menstruation is?
Okay, I think you start for me. And there's this definition that's quite different from yours online that I just saw. Okay, menstruation is a woman's monthly bleeding, often called your period. That is the word that most of us use nowadays. We hardly say menstruation, we mostly use period. Okay, when you menstruate, your body discards the monthly build up of the lining of your uterus. So there's a lining in your uterus that the body discards.
There's a rope in your
Yes,
uterus.
some blood, with some flow of blood, I guess. Yes. So that's the definition of menstruation that I got online too.
Okay. To an upcoming teenager, or is coming up, I'm going to tell the teenager that menstruation is that time of the month when you feel this drastic change in your body and then you see blood coming out of your body. Now we need to let these people know that it is not a scary thing. It is not horror.
Yeah.
You are not dying. Like some people will say, "Mommy, she's bleeding." It's not a scary thing. It's something that every woman goes through. That's one of the things that makes you a woman. So it's that time of the month. It happens once in a month for like 2 to 3 days, depending on the body. Some people see for 4, 5, 6. The max is 7 days, and then you bleed. So that is what I think. That is how I will explain menstruation to a teenager.
Okay, so if I am to say something about menstruation, okay, because from what Ose and EHINOME said, I bet you there are teenagers that are like, Kini uterus, what did she just say? What lining? How? Where? So in order to break it down for our younger teenagers, we'll say that menstruation is something that every woman expects. And the moment a woman starts seeing it, the moment a young lady, a girl starts saying it, she's being called a woman. This is what qualifies you now to be a woman, because this stage actually introduces you to motherhood in a way. So this is where your mom will sit you down and say, if boy touch you, you're like that. But that's not actually true. So let's don't divert to that angle. So I'll say menstruation is that visitor that you see every month. Some people see it twice, some people see it once. It all depends on your body and how your body reacts to decide to do it.
Yes.
So menstruation is that visitor that comes, and that visitor can be nasty and sometimes it can be good. I can tell
cranky.
you. Yeah, exactly. So menstruation is just that time of the month where your body just your body goes through a process. That's what I'll just say for now.
So let's talk about, ladies, when we are on our periods, when we are menstruating, we have a lot of symptoms.
Yeah.
We have symptoms. In fact, they are vast. There are many that come with it. So let's talk about symptoms. And how do you cope with it? How do you cope with your symptoms?
Okay, so who's going first?
Let us go first.
So, like Nifemi said, it can be nasty, it can be good. most of the time it depends on your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way your system is different from the way someone else's system is.
Yeah.
So personally, since we're speaking personally right now,
Yeah.
mine is a nasty one. It's not friendly to me. So whenever it comes with cramps. That's what I call it. It comes with cramps, all those small pains, all those pains that you're feeling. Some people feel it small, but I feel it a lot. No, it's not a good feeling. No, sometimes you feel like, sometimes I feel like I don't even want to see my period again because it's a naughty period. It's very, very naughty. So my body type, my period is usually the painful type. It comes with cramps. It comes with cravings.
Yes.
It comes with mood swings
Mm.
because there will be no reason for me to be angry. But by the time someone even does something that is supposed to please me, I will get angry with what the person has done. It's just part of the way my system works.
Yeah.
So mine is nasty. It comes with mood swings, it comes with cramps, and it's not a good one.
etc. Okay, for me, my period changes with the weather. When it's cold, it's different. When it's hot, it's different. And it used to come like monthly subscription. This month I subscribe to body pain, massive body pain, and then it stops. The next month I subscribe to massive eating. The next month I subscribe to crying. I don't know. You want pick a poison. Don't stress me. Like I cannot. Okay, sometimes. Okay, I know that my body's paining me. Maybe for 2 months straight, my body's paining me, and then I begin to take precautions. I try not to stress myself, and then the following month, if the body does not pain me, before you know, my legs are swollen. What do you want me to do? You want me to cry? And then, but when it gets hot, I don't feel anything. And then when I begin to explain this thing to people will feel as if I'm lying. It's painful. So it varies, right? It varies from person to person.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay, so from what everybody has said, okay, I would say first of all, every woman goes through that thing that they call there are signs that every woman goes through whenever she's on her period. And from what experts, from analysis made by experts in the field, in the medical field, they said that most times when a woman is going through her period, before that day, let's say about 5 to 7 days to the main day when the period starts, the woman can start having slight headaches.
Yes.
So when you notice that you're having just a little headache, you should try and understand that you are probably close to that time of the month. And the woman can also have oily hair. Her hair becomes really oily. And yes, I noticed something also. Before that day, you will not be fine. Rashes, it's not rashes. Pimple, Avengers. They were lying in your face. So for some people, that's how it goes.
Yes.
And why some like me now, I know there's a special one that I do go through. God, I will be craving sweet things. I can see sweet today. I want to lick. I want to eat this. I want to eat that. Just sweet things. So, and why some people they would want them that before that they don't dare take sugar.
Yes.
But
At that point,
hey,
That's
there's
what
this
you want.
craving
That's
for
what your body
sugar.
wants.
my body is like you will take sugar, and I will just be looking for, if I don't take it, I'm not satisfied. I'm like, it's not like really expensive kind of thing that you have to go and steal to get it. But just when you have this chinkily money that you're supposed to save, it's just like, let me just use it to test this. Then you eat it. You that you're supposed to be satisfied, and I say, let's just try the other one.
More.
So the moment you now finish it, that mood swing now comes in. You don't go overspend. So it just comes with its own, and I tell you, it's the sweetest thing about it. The moment you start, you are not your normal self. Why some girls, they feel they want to be all mushy, like they want to meet people and just hold hands, they want to have this baby girl treatment before that time. So that's just the different things that comes with menstruation. And it's a very wonderful experience actually.
Yes.
But sometimes we don't want to see it. But you know that if you don't see it, it's trouble.
it's trouble.
So
Yes.
you have to see it. It's that visitor that you are praying to see every month.
Yes.
But you are also praying that you have to beg, please be nice.
Nice. Exactly.
So me, the symptoms that comes with my own is extreme. Like I cannot even start to explain, because if I start giving explanation.
Detailed
If I
explanation.
start giving a detailed explanation, we're not going to live here today. So
What?
let me just summarize. When I'm close to my period, first of all, I used to get headaches. It used to be difficult for me to sleep in the night.
Wow.
Yes, it used to be difficult for me to sleep in the night. Rashes. You see my face? I don't have pimples though. But you see rashes, they will just come on my forehead. And then I get mood swings. Like I can just be sitting down for no reason. Somebody might breathe too loud and I'll just feel like crying. Somebody might just look at me and I'll be like, and that's the time like my anxiety used to increase. Like honestly, if I'm going out, I'll be thinking, what's this person thinking of me? What's this person thinking? I'll be thinking of everything that normally I would not think of.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. And I usually get cravings. My own cravings, are even, in fact, it's something else. Because I used to crave number 1, chocolate. Number 2, peanut butter. I usually have peanut butter in my house for bread. Or me, I'm not a bread fan. It's once in a while that I used to eat bread. So the peanut butter will be there waiting. But once it just gets to, let me just say, 2 days to my period, my brain will just go, wait, Shebi, you have peanut butter? That's what I'll just think. I'll just go and carry it. And you see me with spoon. I will take the first, I'll be like, well, let me just drop it. Once I take that first spoon, I'll be like, I'm like, what is it there for? I don't even used to take it. So this is the time for me to take it. I might just say, okay, just 2 spoons. Just 3 spoons. And I will end up eating the entire jar. That's what used to happen. And again, I get very dizzy. I feel nauseous a lot during my period. There was one time I fainted on the road because of period. But we're not going to get into that. Let's leave it for later. So that's how period, and it's different for every lady.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Some
different.
people
don't
have
feel pain.
peaceful.
Yes. And some ladies, when you're telling them that this is how I used to be,
They'll feel
they're
as if you are lying.
Yes, because they don't experience it
But if
in
I'm
that manner.
to relate period now, I would say period is like pregnancy. You know, the
Right.
way every woman has the way she reacts
React
when
to
she's
pregnant,
pregnant.
yes.
The same way every woman have the way they and their
React.
own cravings when they are on their period. So I just say that pregnancy and period, they are sisters.
There was a time.
Yes.
There was a time I was craving seafood okra, and where I was, there is nothing like seafood there. And then I started imagining somebody like wheeling seafood from Lagos, and then I was like, I should cut some boat in. Oh, everyone was like, it's true. I want to eat. And you see me cry. I want to eat seafood.
It's not an easy thing. Another thing I want to talk about. You see all these pad advertisements.
Yes,
pad adverts.
that used to
That
deceive
they say,
people.
hey, they will do like, okay,
No
when you're on your
pain.
period, no pain. Like you'll be jumping up and down,
Just
jumping up and down,
supposed to
and
be
be
suit to
smiling. I think we need to bring the reality.
Afacon needs to
We
do
need to
something.
bring out the reality of period because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't talk about it. We ignore all these things, and it's actually not nice. It's not fair to us. Why should we not talk about it? Why should we act like it is just something which everybody should be happy about?
Yes.
On your
I
period,
think
you jump.
they try to paint this probably because of the advert. But back in school, when I was doing marketing then, my lecturer then, he was saying something about errors that advert makers make. He said that there are certain adverts that you will do that they will have to pull down. One, okay, you say if somebody take energy drink, he will fly to the How? So now, in this whole period thing, most period adverts, you see the girl, she wake up, she'll be walking up and down, she'll be jumping because she has one sanitary pad. And it's not always true. There are some girls that are in the hospital
It is
receiving drip.
Yes.
So how can you tell me that the sanitary pad that we wear will be making me to fly? How? So I think they need to pay.
No,
people
they need
attention
to
that.
face things as they
As
are.
it is.
Yes. Just
Even
need to
if you want to
bring
do
the
an
reality
advert like
out there.
that, do it two side. Balance it.
Yes.
Let it
All
be
right.
that some people feel good. Let it be some people feel bad.
All right, so let's.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to be going on a musical break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking more about this. We have a lot in store for you guys.
Yep.
Another banger. First you go be the bad guy, then you go be the actor. Because I want feed my family, now make me sit my own guy laptop. Came out alive, I'm on me heart, thank God. My money big, you go need the tractor. If it be say you want carry my weight, you go need new gym instructor. Straight out of Benin, I drop in my EP 2019. The things say big bed you go finish. My music is traveling from India to Asia to Berlin. The thing will be pay me, be say una no one be believe. I will never forget it, and we bad belly them cast us away. Fast forward to today, every day in a holiday. Every day in a holiday, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Welcome back. That was Holiday by Rema. I'm sure we all enjoyed that. So now we're going to be talking about most awkward period story. What is your most awkward period story? I'm sure everybody has seen their period. One time or another, you've had a bad experience or an embarrassing experience.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. And we've also collected stories from people on the internet and some of our friends. So we're going to also be reading them out. So let's start with Nifemi.
Okay, so I won't really say that I've had any awkward period stories, because I think I really have a very, very strange, I won't say strange body, but I have a different pattern of the way I experience mine, unlike other people. Like for my older sister now, throughout that day, she won't be able to eat. She's on the floor, hitting the ground. You know, and if she says that she won't take drugs, that's even when the thing even becomes a problem. Like you just see on the bed, she's turning, she's looking, she's easing. She will look at you, she will ease. She will look again, she will ease. Like the pain, and once you will just scream, like that. But one of the most awkward story of period that I've heard was that when I think it should be years back, I was reading a newspaper. So I saw a story of a lady who has a very rare problem. A very rare problem in the sense that she was born with two wombs. Now, it's not everybody that have that experience. So having to research, I found out that the name of that problem is uterus didelphys. I hope I'm right. Not uterus didelphine. Uterus didelphys. And when I was a bit curious, and they said it's a condition where a woman has two wombs. So it's really possible for a woman to be born with two wombs.
Wow.
Just like we have humans with two heads. We have women with two wombs. So there's nothing really strange again. So when she's on her period, she because they were interviewing her and they were asking how she copes, and she said when she's on her period, she has to be admitted in the hospital.
Wow.
Going further, they asked the doctors, okay, why is she always admitted in the hospital? And they said that when she's on her period, the blood tends to flow to one of the wombs, making it look like a baby is in that womb. So when that blood is there, in order for the blood to now come out, she has to go through, let's say, period labor. She goes through a woman's labor, like when a woman
And
is
it's
in
just
labor.
period.
Just period. So she has to go to the hospital and push out the blood.
Wow, that's
Yeah. And we have a very rare case, like I would say 1 in a million. You can actually find such cases, because I've seen other women that have two wombs that don't really go through their menstrual problem like that. But she had just that specialty, and she said the best way that she's able to cope with that season is she has to go through the breathing in and breathing out exercises, because breathing exercises where she's going like and she has to spend like 3 days in the hospital.
Wow.
So every time she's close, she's in the hospital.
Wow.
And
The money going.
I'm telling you, so that's the most awkward that I've seen so far. So I don't know if you guys have any other, but
No.
to me that's
That
like,
is that is
Gracie
the height.
looks like she's ready to tell us.
Okay. People are still shaking.
different brand of shade.
Hey! Alright, I have this comment from my friend. She said, after my class, I was going home, didn't even know I was stained, and I was wearing white.
Hell
no.
It was a guy that stopped me and was like, "Nurse, you are stained." And this person is a nurse. Was just coming back from the hospital. And then she was walking under the broad daylight of the sun that God has created. And then one bros, I know some guys are not nice. The way they will tell you, sister, you are stained.
It's even more
Yeah.
painful when a guy tells you. It's more painful.
It's according to the approach, actually.
Yeah.
Some people have that maturity.
Yeah.
That's why that one is on that topic for another day. But we need to talk about how women raise their sons. Yes, we need to talk about that.
But that makes sense.
Yes.
Wow. So okay, for me personally, that was long years back when I was in just 2. Okay, we had this broad classroom of about 57 pupils. The door was on the other end, and I was sitting on the other end of the class. So then my period skipped a day, and then I thought it had finished. You know when you have this 4 to 5 days period, and then it reached 3 days, and then not come on the 4th day, and then it now skips. Yes. So the next day I just wore my normal pints, and then I wore my uniform, and then I jerked myself to school. Getting to school, I sat down. During break, I stood up to go and ease myself. Lo and behold, the woman with the issue of blood. Comrades, it was not funny. Me, I did not know. It was somebody that followed me that, Grace, your uniform is stained. God that saved my life. I always had my cardigan in my bag. So I tied my cardigan around my waist. I went to the school authorities. They helped me, and
that was the story.
they insulted me.
Ew!
No, the sweet thing is that after that time I left the school.
You did them back.
Okay, so coming to my side now, like it's just now I'm realizing that I have had personally an awkward period experience, and then I know a lot of people that have had.
Okay.
It's just like a lot of stories just buzzing in my head right now. So let me start with one that happened in school. It was a Friday, a busy Friday. Everybody preparing for sports. Everybody's excited. Everybody's always excited on Friday. So, this girl, she had yellow sportswear on, and she was on her period. And she did not know that was going to happen to her. But we were all like playing. We were having this badminton competition, and then this tall girl was representing us. And she was very yellow, and she was on her period, but she was not aware of what was about to go down.
Wow.
Because she was about to go down.
She wasn't aware of what was about to go down. So we were all doing the sports, having fun, and all those ones. Then she was like, we were like taking a break, and then that was when actually I realized that this girl was actually staying, but nobody paid attention because we were concentrating on the sports,
game. Yes.
on the sports. So we went for our break now, taking water, and then someone was just like, "Excuse me, you're stained," and it was a boy.
Hey.
He was probably the only one that noticed it because we girls there were together taking water and preparing for the next round of the game, but we didn't notice it. And he was like, "Excuse me, you are stained," and then that was how it got down. So because of that experience now, like after everything, she was just panicking. She was panicking that, oh my gosh, a boy told me this. People should help me. And on Friday, nobody holds like a sweater like that. Now we're all wearing sportswear and want to be free. So we just had to take her to the sick bay. We rushed her to the sick bay. She did her stuff, changed and everything. And then everybody has already cut her face because she was panicking. And then that's made the school to call for a gender assembly.
Wow.
And they used her.
Oh my God.
As example.
No,
They said they don't want it to ever happen again in the school. So girls should be cautious and everything like that.
I think there needs to be a talk. Like we need to focus on letting people know like approaches to
Yes.
How
When
to
you
manage
know,
those kind of
especially a guy, like how to tell someone you are stained. You don't just come to somebody
Hello?
and just, sister,
Yeah.
see blood for your back.
But
It
the guy
doesn't make sense
but to
now.
me, the guy approached it in a logical manner. Like he didn't just come like when everybody was around. When she was taking her water by herself and he was like, "Excuse me, you're stained." And he just walked out. I'm sure she cannot even remember his face. And then, coming to my personal awkward period experiences, I went to do some registration. And then on that day, I was on my period. And I always carry a spare pad in my bag. But that day, I don't know what happened at all. I don't know what happened. If maybe I forgot to prepare my bag or something, I forgot to drop it in my bag. So when I was there now, I was like, my mind was at peace because I know that, okay,
You always have a pad in
I
your
always have a
bag.
pad in my bag. So it was now time for me to go and help myself. I took my bag and I searched my bag. I did not see anything in my bag. Hey, but that day I was wearing black. So I was a little bit safe. So, and my turn for the registration was so close. So they just called me. I didn't have any option but to go. So I just went for the registration. Unfortunately, there was a white plastic chair. So unfortunate, there was a white plastic chair. And I was like, okay, I still have a chance of escaping this. I'm putting on black. I can help myself out of this. And then I was like, okay. Then we finished unusual, like the registration that is supposed to take like 3 to 4 minutes. It was taking up to 10 minutes. What is happening? Did the devil plan? What is this? And then I was like, okay, I can still manage this. I'm putting on black. Then when the registration was done, I held my phone like this. I held my phone in front of me. So I just pretended as if I dropped my phone so that I will be able to check if I'm safe or not. Because I had a very strong feeling that this white plastic chair is going to embarrass me here. And then when I just did like this, I just realized, I've stained these people's chair for them. So what I did was that I was putting on black. So I used the black to clean it for them. So it was as if I wanted to pick my phone, then I did some kind of and then they were like, okay, I'm done now, now stop. Fortunately for me, I succeeded. It was a success.
That was very smart.
Very successful. Up till today, I'm still shocked. God was by my side. God didn't want anything to happen to his beloved.
Okay, so now I'm going to be reading this one. She said, I got my period in school, not my first one, but I still hadn't gotten used to when my periods come. I went to the office because that's where the nurse is at, in front of the school. In the 7th grade, I asked for a pad. The office lady told me, we don't carry that stuff. You should have thought of this ahead of time. I'm sorry. I called my mom and told her what happened. She was sadly at a doctor's appointment. I couldn't do anything about it. So I sat in classes the whole day with red showing, no cutters, nothing, no girls to help me. My girlfriend at that time was out of school because she just got her first period and couldn't handle it. I was called Bloody Kate instead of Bloody Mary. When my mom got me at the end of the day, she yelled at the school for not helping girls when they experienced this. And then she got me home, told me to clean up, and we went and got ice cream. Best mom. Honestly, some schools need to. What can you say in the whole school you don't have and there are no girls to help you? It's not possible. Like,
that's very
bad.
wrong. Like
Very
bad.
bad.
School, you girls, no single girl has an extra sanitary.
And again, girls, we should be helping each other.
Yeah.
Girls should help each
Don't
other.
ignore your sister when you see her.
Exactly.
How would
It
you
doesn't
feel
make
if you were in
sense
that
now.
condition? How would you feel if you were in
It's
that?
not nice.
In that
It's not just
situation?
nice.
I've actually seen several girls that refuse intentionally to help.
Just imagine.
Because-
Okay, so what will you
Because they are
gain?
jealous of someone. Because they are jealous of her and they be like, I have her, but I'm not giving her. She should get stained.
That's a human level.
I have seen this one is even like it happened in my school.
No, that's actually wrong.
devilish.
That's not
That's
something you
devilish.
should do.
She was almost the last option.
No,
And she was like, she's not giving.
no, that's
very-
wrong.
That's very
I think
wrong.
we need to stand up for each other, no matter how
Yeah.
Stand up for each other.
always be there to assist. I think.
Okay, so we'll be going on another musical break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about this more.
Finding ways to articulate the feeling I'm going through. I just can't say I don't love you, 'cause I love you. Yeah, it's hard for me to communicate the thoughts that I hold, but tonight I'm gonna let you know. Let me tell the truth. Baby, let me tell the truth. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking. See it in your eyes. You hate that you want me, hate it when you cry. You're scared to be lonely, especially in the night. I'm scared that I'll miss you. Happens every time. I don't want this feeling. I can't afford love. I try to find reason to pull us apart. It ain't working, cause you're perfect, and I know that you're worth it. I can't walk away. Even though we're going through it and it makes you feel alone, just know that I would die for you. Baby, I would die for you.
So welcome back from that short musical break. That was Die For Me by The Weeknd. And we're back with more stories. So, ladies, the floor is yours.
Okay, so we're still on awkward
Period
stories. So okay, let me give this one that happened to me in secondary school. So in secondary school, I was this I was really this small girl in secondary school that everybody seemed to underestimate at a point in class. But I was someone that had knowledge about everything. So back then, if girls are talking about their menstruation, me, I will come outside, I will say, yes, and this, and that, and this. And they'll be like, who? Have you started? Well, yes, of course. But that was not true. Oh. Me, I've not seen anything. I was just this loud mouth, but that knows about this stuff. So the day that mine actually came, it came in secondary school. It came when I was in class. I was just sitting there and I just felt something. I said, huh? I first of all sat there, I was like, it's a miracle working on. I was like, because it's something that I've been expecting. All my friends were already having it now. What's up? Why are you doing me like this? Am I not a lady? Am I prepared to work? That kind of thing. So I just sat down and when I felt it, I rushed to the bedroom and I checked and I saw her and I was like, wow,
You're welcome.
here. Welcome. So I quickly rushed to we had this class coordinator, not necessarily the person in charge of my class then.
Okay.
So I went to her, I was like, ma, please, my period came. Can you help me with sanitary pad? She was like, there's no sanitary pad though, except I can give a tissue. And me, I said that when I'm going to see my own, I will not use tissue. I cannot start my day with tissue. I cannot start it with tissue. So I told her, ma, I'll have to go home. Please allow me to go home. She was like, no, now, sit down, manage it, take tissue now. I did not agree. I told her that no, that I want to go home. So she just, out of the fact that, okay, this one a newbie, let's just allow her to go home. I just carried my bag. I just went out of the gate. Everybody in class was, what did NIFEMI? Where should they go? What happened? and it was mostly the guys, though. They're like, I just, and luckily enough, it wasn't this dramatic one that everything is going to stain and the whole this thing. So I went home, picked my mommy's money, I bought sanitary. In fact, I was so proud. I think I saw one of my female neighbor then. She's small. She's small, like she has a very big body. But I know I'm older than her. So I purposely when I couldn't go outside to buy it, I now called her, please, Rukaya, come, let me buy something. And I was like, yes. I was like, okay. She never done, but it comes with this form of respect. When you are asking, people is giving you like Rankadede. So that was why I did the whole dramatic thing so that she can see the whole drama. So she saw it, then she now left. She went to get it for me. Then she was like, sorry, go. I'm like, okay. I went to the house. I prepared rice. I enjoyed myself. I prepared rice and I sat down. But one strange thing happened. The first time I saw it, it only came for one day. He did not come again. The second day, after I was like, what's happening? People say 3, people say 7, people say 4, people say days. Why are you coming 1? Hey, I was like, God, is something wrong with me? Is something happening? Am I not normal? That kind of thing was just running through my mind. I was angry. I was really pissed. Some people say, no, they didn't want to feel it. And it did not come with any pain. I was stress-free.
Something happened to all of us.
So the whole thing was really confusing. When she did not come back, I retired to my face. I said maybe I'm not normal, but we give God the glory. After 3 months of not seeing her, then I saw her.
Wow.
That's been normal since then.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Victory.
Okay, there was this time I was going to work. My period skipped a day. Okay, my period was supposed to last for 5 days. It came for 3 days. It skipped the 4th day, and the 3rd day was not too strong. It skipped the 4th day, and then I felt okay. I know that this thing can be very tricky, so I wore just one pad. In a period pack, in a pad pack, you have the light one and the thick one.
Yes.
So I wore the light one, and then I went to work. Before 2 p.m., you know that period I feel as if your stomach is boiling, as if you are giving birth to fish. Then, if I sneeze, I hear poof in my stomach. I say, we have arrived. And I could not go home because my house was a bit far from where I was working. So I was just trying to be fast so that I can leave that place. I wasn't comfortable, but I was wearing black that day.
Wonderful.
Black as secret.
Honestly.
Black as dawn. So the plastic chair I was sitting on was a white plastic chair. I did this thing. I stood up, I saw it stained, I cleaned it, I washed it for my oga, and then I kept it back for him. And then I took bike back to my house. The bike was bloody. Oh my God. I did not know how to tell the man that he should wait. Let me clean his bike. I didn't know. But I left the man like that, Jare. I beg. No, it was.
Yeah, a lot of people have gone through many trainings.
Honestly.
I
think
know.
my own story is the most extreme among us here. My own story is the most extreme. If I say let me just call the whole thing short. So on that morning, me and my friend, we had to leave the house early because I was staying with my friend at the time. Meanwhile, I was staying in school hostel, but hostels were locked during that period. So I was staying with my friend off campus. So like, okay, we had to register for a practical, blah, blah, blah. So we got up early in the morning. We just woke up, we just prepared fast and went to school. So when we're entering inside school, we passed school gates, we were going. I was already feeling weird, you get. I was like, you will feel when it is coming out of you. So those sharp cramps, back pain and everything, it just started at once. And as we were going, we were actually walking. And I said, okay, since we are close to the school hostel, let's go to the students' village, close to the school hostel, so that we'll buy pads. Then from there, we'll change inside maybe one of the hostels and then go to register for our practical. Very good. We were going fine, good. When we got to the student village, I told woman that I asked woman for pardon. I asked her, ma'am, do you know why I can change around here? Then she directed me to one place inside her shop and told me I should change. I changed. I was like, okay, that one is done. Let's go. As I was going, I was already feeling nauseous, feeling dizzy. I was feeling somehow the cramps were extreme during that period. Back pain, everything, my legs were paining me. And I was even laughing with her. I was like, Omo, I don't understand myself again. She too was laughing. We were just walking. As we were walking, Omo, I could not even feel, everything just became blurry and I just fell to the ground. I started throwing up. What was I throwing up? Water. Because I had not eaten that morning. So I was just throwing up. And after I was just throwing up. And could you believe that everybody that was passing there, because it was only me and my friend, nobody helped us. There was no one single soul. And girls were passing, they were turning, they were looking at me and just passing. Just like that. And my friend was confused because when she wanted to get water was in front, was far from where I was. She didn't want to leave me alone and she needed water, you get.
Yes.
So she was just like, Madam, let me just quickly go and get water and come back. I was just on the floor, facing my own fate. The sun was overly hot during that period. I was just throwing up. Before she came back, 2 guys that were in the hostel upstairs, they saw me throwing up. So they brought water. They came down, they brought water. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? I'm not feeling fine. So they poured water on my head. They poured water on me. They baptized me. They now gave me water to drink. So before my friend came back, she met us there together. I was like, okay, now can you stand? I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm good, I'm fine. As I got up, I fell to the ground again. Everything just became blurry. I was just hearing noises from afar. And I now felt boom, boom. They were carrying me and running. It was one woman that was in a keke. She was going to the mosque. That was the woman that now dropped. She now asked the keke man to take me us to the health center. So we got to the health center. When we got to the health center, it was still the keke man that carried me inside. And immediately they saw me, they were like, emergency. In my mind, I was like, God, is it period that is going to kill me? I've not chopped life.
That feeling.
I'm telling you the truth. So they took me to the IC, I what they used to call it.
ICU.
ICU. They took me to the ICU. With all the strength I had in me, I just knew that I had to, go number 2. That kind of thing. And I just dragged myself, like literally they took me inside, or they were rushing all the nurses, bring drip, I dragged myself to the bedroom. I just, that was a different kind of downloading. I downloaded, and even I was feeling very dizzy. Honestly, nobody would believe that I could even get up on my own. I took all the strength in me to flush because it was a bucket there. They did not have that.
Okay.
I took all the strength in me. I don't even know how I did not even collapse for the second time. With the way I took no full bucket of water.
Pump up adrenaline.
I'm telling you, because I didn't want anybody to see my business. So after I flushed, I just got out of the bedroom. They were like, I should not lie down here. They now removed the bedspread because they didn't know what was wrong with me. They put me on the bed. I was still feeling dizzy and everything. I was like, hey, Jesus, I don't want to die. My mother or my sisters were hey, So they just came, they put drip on me. And immediately they put the drip on me. I just got myself. And as I got myself, me, I'm afraid of needle. I have a phobia for needles. The nurse was like, because the cramps now became extreme. Like I was just rolling, I was screaming. They now brought, hey, bring injection. Immediately I had injection. I was like, Ma, can you give me drugs instead? They're like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? They gave me the injection. I screamed and everything. So I stayed there till in the evening. My friend was there to help me. And that's like, I ended up spending 12,000 naira because of period. Because of period. But anyhow, Shan, they said it was because I was not eating and everything. But this topic is very vast.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to come back.
Yeah,
For part 2
on the period.
Yeah, so if you guys should join us because that's all for today. Yeah. Before we round up, we're going to be having our fun tips and Grace will be taking that for us.
Okay, this one is funny. The sound of your voice changes during your period.
Wow.
I think that's true. Because you become more girly. Like,
really? Your voice become more cranky. You sound like, oh my God.
No. I think
my voice changes, but it gives me this. I don't know how to put it, but I know I'm not sounding like me. And it's definitely, and it's not cute.
No, mine usually used to be cute.
Mine is not cute.
I've not actually monitored that.
Even
I have.
Maybe I will.
Just watch yourself during that period.
Yeah.
You want to be a baby girl like that.
This is the funniest. An average woman has more than 400 periods in her lifetime.
Wow.
So you bleed 400. Wow.
Wow.
That is how many pints of blood?
No, actually, I read that this your period. Most of the time, it's not like your real. It's not blood. They said people think they lose a lot of blood during their period, but they actually lose at least 2 to 3 tablespoons of blood. Tablespoons of blood mixed with your uterus lining. Okay. It makes it look as if you have blood.
That's another smart one.
Yes.
Like because most people say, hey, you are losing blood, though. Eat. Do this. Don't stress yourself. Like someone that went to donate blood. Donating blood and having your period are two different things.
Yes.
So let's take note of that.
Yes.
So that will be all for today. On the next episode, we are going to be talking about. We are going to go deep into details. We are going to be talking about how you can calculate your cycle. We're going to be talking about period hygiene. It's very, very important. So, and that will be all for today. But next time, make sure you join us to listen to more of this. We are coming to you from Procyon Radio and Televisions, and you can listen to us on www.procyonnews.com, and you can also watch us on YouTube at Procyon RTV. Procyon RTV, and Procyon is spelled Procyon. We have on all our social media handles, the unified social media handle. So on any social media platform, just search us on Procyon RTV. And that will be all from us today.